And hello, this is Pyramus, and today I'm going to be bringing you one of the most epic matchups in the SCL lately. It's EG versus vVvGaming. As we can see, we have the representative from vVvGaming starting us off here in the blue Protoss. His nickname is vVvTime. Some of you guys might have heard of him. However, his opponent is one that you definitely should have heard of if you've ever been in the StarCraft scene whatsoever. He is Greg Fields, the Kraken, the EGIdrA, whatever nickname that you choose to go by. However, he goes by EGIdrA, and he's going to be the green Zerg here in the bottom position, and he's going to start things off for Team EG very, very strongly, I presume. Already sending out his first Overlord upwards to scout his opponent. Of course, this is Steps of War, a very, very small map, very fast rush distance, so I would not be surprised to see some early aggression from either one of these players. And if it's anyone, I think it's going to be vVvTime, because EGIdrA is notorious for not cheesing and loves the macro style as Zerg. And of course, vVvTime needs to put on some aggression to try to throw EGIdrA off balance. Because, I mean, EGIdrA, probably one of the best American Zergs out there, if not one of the best Zergs in the whole world right now, having reached the round of 8 in the GSL recently. And here we go, we do have some early aggression coming in from the Protoss player. vVvTime already putting down 2 gateways in front of his ramp. So he's going to be pumping out the Zealots early on and trying to put on some pressure to EGIdrA here. EGIdrA now putting down his spawning pool. It's about halfway done, so he should have enough units at this point if he pumps out those early Zerglings to deal with this early Zealot pressure coming in quickly from vVvTime. Already one Zealot underway, about 1/4 of the way done. Meanwhile, Probe scouting the edges of the base for EGIdrA, or scouting the base of EGIdrA, excuse me. Meanwhile, we got Metabolic Boost coming in from the Zerg player. Again, more things to handle this early pressure. Drone going to scout this double gateway. Unfortunately, could not get blocked by that ones out there, so EGIdrA is going to know exactly what's coming up, and this is not what Time wants. Time needs the element of surprise on his side, and now that cover had just been completely blown wide open by this one pesky little drone from EGIdrA. And meanwhile, 4 Zerglings now out on the field, going to chase away the probe from Time. At the same time, he's going to set up his expansion. So EGIdrA going to set himself up to have a nice early expansion. Meanwhile, 3 Zealots moving fast down the middle of the map. Going to try to put on some pressure. We're going to see how much damage it can do. 6 Zerglings from EGIdrA, not quite enough to take on these Zealots. EGIdra's trying to stall these guys as long as possible. If you take a look at the production tab, 4 Zerglings, 6 Zerglings now in production for EGIdra to try to hold things off. Zealot's going to work at this hatchery, probably going to have to force the cancel from EGIdrA. EGIdra does not have enough. We're going to see if he can power it down, or is EGIdra just going to come in for this round. It's going to be close, and there's the cancel on that hatchery, as we can see the guts spewing across the floor. And here we go. More Zealots coming in to reinforce, now up to 5 Zealots for vVvTime. EGIdra's in a very tough position. However, speed coming up at just the right moment. Going to be able to bypass the Zealots and run straight towards the Protoss player's base. And we're going to see how much damage these Lings can do. They have the potential to do a lot of harassment. And oh man, there's that one Zealot going to save Time from probe devastation by those Speedlings. Speedlings now going to charge right into some Zealots. Going to have to move back home, meet up with some reinforcements, and hope to do some damage later on. Right now, vVvTime still has probably the superior military advantage right now. However, EGIdrA is catching up very, very quickly, especially now that he's getting his Roach worn down. Once he gets those Roaches out, the Zealots are going to melt really, really fast to the Roach lane composition coming in fast from EGIdrA. Now he's got his first Stalker out. He needs those Stalkers, and especially these Sentries out, to try to deal with the Roaches and to make sure that he does not get surrounded. Some nice force fields can really, really turn the tide in any battle. EGIdrA now strategically placing his Lings at the bottom of the ramp of his opponent, so he can see when the pushes are coming out, and he can sort of maintain a bit of map control with what he has while trying to get his natural expansion up once again. Take number 2 for EGIdrA. Queen slowly going to move out to this expansion and start the larva production ASAP. He's got the creep tumor moving out as well, so he wants to get the creep going. Meanwhile, Ling's at the front door, so just chilling there. Look at the vVvTime. He's so hesitant to move out. And here we go. He's going to try to move out. EGIdRA's going to completely see this. Going to back up off immediately with those speedlings. Not losing a single Ling. Time now, giving himself a little bit more breathing room, sort of outside his ramp, maybe to in position to take an expansion later on, but right now he's got to be really, really careful because EGIdRA, if you can take a look at the production tab, when you see a Zerg not making any drones, completely throwing all his larvae into, here we go, roaches and overlords, you know that he's going to get prepared for some massive, massive push coming in. And I definitely suspect that is the case. No drones, only creep tumors and offensive units coming in from our Zerg player, EGIdRA. Here we go. Time's going to move out. This is going to be his one push to get something done. If he does not break this natural expansion, EGIdRA is going to have a lot of economy going into the mid-game. And that's not what you want, especially against a player like EGIdRA. Here we go. The engagement is happening. Some nice little force field, but I don't think they're not doing too much. A little bit of Zerglings coming in from the back for a little bit of flank. Looks like the Protoss forces, oh no, never mind, I was going to say they might have a little bit of advantage, but more roaches coming down the ramp, and they are definitely going to be enough to finish off this small little task force from vVvTime. Although that was his entire army, it doesn't look like it was enough, especially the roaches now holding things off, and that might have seemed like EGIdRA just managed to hold things off. However, with this natural expansion, with this extra larva production, and with the weakened force of vVvTime, EGIdRA is going to have a great window of opportunity here to push. And looks like he's definitely going to take that because, again, he still has not pumped any more drones. Looks like he stopped drone production completely to do this push. And we're going to see how much he can get done here. Here we go. Looks like EGIdRA's going to move up the ramp and start the assault. Oh, man, late on the force fields. And that's going to allow these Zerglings to get right in the face of those Stalkers. Not any single Zealot out to act as meat shields. And this could be the end for vVvTime. He's spent 400 minerals to get that Nexus, and he just did not have enough military to defend his base. One force field right there, a little bit too little too late, because EGIdRA's forces are just dying to get at the face of these Stalkers and Sentries here. His Roaches at the bottom of the ramp picking off these Stalkers from the top. Zerglings providing the visions, now running around to make sure the Stalkers have nowhere to run. More reinforcements coming in from EGIdRA. Good force field right there, but again, too little too late. And there's the GG being called from vVvTime, and EGIdRA is going to take the first game in Team EG versus vVv Gaming. So EG is going to go up 1-0 in this clan series.